Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. We are working on our angel. So I am blown away. I say it every time I come on here of all the pictures. You guys are tagging me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and on Google and emailing me pictures and Facebooking me pictures. And I am beyond inspired and thrilled to death. You guys are just really, and I love everybody's colors and interpretations and what you guys, oh, it is just amazing. It is amazing and it makes me very happy. So we're going to just work on her wings today. I am not going to use any kind of molding paste, modeling paste, what you call it, any kind of other texture than I already have. If you're following along with me and doing it along with me, you guys know that I put stencil down with the modeling paste and we made some texture for the whole entire painting. However, I'm not going to go on and texture the wings on this one again for those of you who do not have gesso or modeling paste or whatever. And if you want to make it on your own, you can look at my website at knittingnthings.com. There's tons of different recipes for fiber paste, modeling paste, gesso, all kinds of things you can make at home with 3 items from the art store. I mean, from the dollar store. You don't have to go to the art store, and you can have fun and play with it as well. But I'm not going to do that today. So let's just go with the wings. Now I'm just going to use a regular white, titanium white pink. I mean white paint, whatever color y'all have, whatever brand y'all have, and I'm just going to squeeze him right there and right there. My advice to you guys, I wrote a few of you back with this advice, and I'm just going to tell you it right now. You're better off to do, all wet. You're better off to do lighter layers, white, and more of them than throw a thick layer of paint down to do it. If we do this lightly, leave it dry for a minute, and then do another light coat on it, you'll get much better coverage, I think. If you don't feel that way, then please don't write me and tell me that you don't feel that way. Just don't do it that way. I'm just giving my advice. Now I'm going over the pink hair, the purple hair a little bit. It doesn't matter because we're going to fix everything up anyway. Now remember, we did our dress and I'm not worrying about the outer layer until we get the wings and everything done. Because you see, I'm going over it a little bit and I don't want the dress to be white. We want it to be fancy. Now I'm looking at my wings. They're little butterfly wings. Very, very cute. Very, very cute wings. And we will shade them in after. However, I don't know. I don't know how I want these wings. Do I want them to be kind of pointy? Pointy wings? I'm going to add that little, see what I did? I just went up and then pushed it down. And then I will go and frame that out later. I think I'm going to add that. I think I'm going to add it down here too. Boop. Just a little point. We're just going a little point. You don't have to. That's just how I'm doing it. You don't have to do it. And you can probably barely see it because I don't know why I'm jammed up here like this. I feel like I'm jammed up. Jammed up. All right, we'll do like that. So I will go out and outline that later. I'm just trying to get that white layer. You can also see some of my charcoal pencil came through. I don't care. Just going to add like some more, you know, something. I'm going to bring that up. It'll all come together, I promise. But that's the fun of doing mixed media and painting and all, because you can change it as you go. Because maybe your mind changes. Maybe your color palette changes and you know what I mean? Who knows? But it's okay because that's the fun of it. Now, make it some paint up here. Make that kind of pointy. Bring it down. And then I'm going to bring it down there. And again, we will frame that out, as I like to say. After. But you see how bright that got because we laid that first layer down? The cream layer. And I can shore all that up later with when I sketch out the white. With a darker color, like a gray color. And don't worry, you can see my dilution spray coming through. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to have those because it's going to look like shadows and like reflections and whatnot. So it's not a big deal. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Now, let me give you a little tip. If you want to add some texture in your wings, take your white paint that you're using. Let me get a different piece of paper. Take your white paint that you're using. This is my, make sure you check out the video before this, the Dylusions paint. I did a demo on that, and I'm going to be giving away 3 colors. Just let me know the 3 colors that you like. Whatever ones get the most vote, those are the 3 that I will give away, and then I'll be doing a giveaway, and you guys will be as lucky as I am. So to get them and try them and see what they're like. Maybe I'll do 2 giveaways. I don't know. All right. So let's say you want to do your, I'll do it in a different color though. I'll do it in orange so you guys can see it better. So we're doing some texture. We're doing our wings, right? Here's our wing. We're going to paint it, but we don't want to paint it first. What we want to do is add texture. So just take your paint. Okay. Now here's the thing. This isn't going to make it archival, this little tip I'm about to tell you, but look, if you're doing it in your art journal, it's going to last 30 years anyway. What's the big deal? I don't suggest if you're painting and selling anything that you do this unless you state that you do this. Something that I learned a long time ago when I started selling all my paintings was people want to know what's in it. People want to know, did you use a archival glue? Did you use, because it's important to them if they're gonna spend a lot of money on a painting. If you're selling it for $10, $15, $20, and you you have what you have here, just research it online. You can find out what's archival. I've told you guys before, white school glue I use like I drink water. I use it all the time. However, that's not archival. However, the glue sticks are, because they're used for scrapbooking. So just keep that in mind when you're doing things. However, what is that freaking word today? However, like I'm fancy. I'm so fancy. I'm using the word however. Here's what you're going to do. We got our, let me just do this. I do this because this is what I would have to have somebody else do for me to teach it when I watch videos. That's why I'm very picky about who I watch, because if they don't talk to me and if they don't engage me, talk to me, explain to me, I'm a very visual learner. I'm not a book smart learner, as you can tell by my language. But I need people to show me things. And that's how I got on this whole gig with YouTube and everything, is because I do talk a lot and I do explain a lot. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do. All right. So here we go. Here's our wing, right? And we want to add a little texture. We don't have the gesso. We don't have all this. So what you do is you take your paint, put it on a paper plate or whatever your palette is, put a little bit of baby powder in there, a little bit of cornstarch, just a little bit to thicken it up a little bit. Now, it's not going to hurt anything, but you don't want to sell it if you're using that as your texture, because it's not archival, and people are funny about that. When people are spending money, they want things to be archival, that it doesn't start yellowing or peeling off. And you only want to use a little bit to add. If you don't want to do that, don't do it. Watch this. This is our acrylic paint, any brand that you have. Go in and do like this. And you want it thick. So I'm going to show you. We're going to lay that first layer down. We're just plopping it. We're just doing like this. All right, for our wings, obviously it's not staying in the thing. Now what you want to do is dry this. And let me just grab my heat gun that I have moved over here a little bit more, but it's all got stuff all over it now. So I'm going to dry this for the most part. Not everything, but you'll see. You'll see it. You'll see it, see it, see it. Kathy Spears, thank you so much for the post on my Facebook page about the word cover your ears, little ones. Fuck. One of my favorite words. If you guys follow me, you know what my favorite words are. I'm not going to say them because I try to be a little bit more children friendly on here, because some of you do have children that watch it and grandchildren, and I don't want to, offend anybody, even though if you know me, you know I have a horrible trucker mouth. But thank you, Kathy Spears. I just wanted to give you a shout out. Okay, so you see I put more of the paint down, and now I'm going in. And you want your brush to be as dry as possible. You don't want it to be too wet because it'll thin it out. All right, and I'm just doing, and you don't have to do it over the whole entire thing, because you just want some of the texture to show. But remember, acrylic paint is a plastic type thing. So, you know, you're going to get. Now, you can do this, let this dry and do it another time if you want. That's why I suggest you guys buy the store brand from Michaels and AC Moore. My Studio is the name of the Michaels brand, I believe. And AC Moore, I don't know. But they are more chalky. So when you do something like this with your regular acrylic paint, you will get more texture. So let me just show you. I don't even know if you guys are going to... No, it's too dark to see. Why is my light acting like a jerk today? But can you see some of that texture right there? That's what you want. And that's just 2 layers. And like I said, if you buy them on sale, they have sales, they have all that kind of stuff, but you can use whatever you have. Watercolor paint will not do this because it's very water-based. This is water-based as well, but it has polymers in it. Watercolor, you know, when you do that, it's not going to give you the same exact texture because it's going to kind of smooth out. So I'm going to set this aside while we continue on with our angel, and then we will come back and I will show you what I mean. And it's just going to give you, you're not going to get like texture like you put rocks on it, but you could put rocks on it, let me just tell you. Or rice or something. You can do a little bit of gravel and make your own, there's a name for it that they sell it as. Oh, what the heck is it? Anyway, texture paste. You can make your own texture paste with a little bit of gravel. You can get like the small gravel, rinse it off, add it in there. You can get small little glass beads and make your own. Oh, there's a video coming. I'm going to show you that video. Let me write that down because you know I'm going to forget it. And then I'm going to ask everybody what it was. So let me just write that down. What the heck is that? Grab the wrong paper. And you can see I'm giving that a second to dry. That's kind of why I'm blah blahing everywhere. But I'm going to do I'm going to show our homemade texture paint paste. All right, I'm going to do that video this week because that's a great one and that's going to help you guys a lot. Be able to do things that you want to do and not have to spend a lot of money. All right, so we got our white down. Oh, white. There we go. Let's get some more white. And I'm just going to squirt it on again. And I'm only doing 2 coats on this because remember we got the underneath coat. I really, you know, paper towels and me, I keep leaving them out there and I don't know why. That's going to be too red. Let's just use you. I got the layer of the off-white down. Remember we used the Delta off-white color, the cream color. And then I got the white. And now I'm doing 1 more coat of white. And I'm just putting that on. And again, we're going to put a texture down, but we just want that layer down. I love the layer of white being very white. Now, very white. Very white, very white. Get it? Oh, I cracked my ass up. All right. So you want to make this more of a grunge looking girl? You can make it like an antique. You can antique this like we did the one Odd Girl where we just black washed it. We watered down black paint and black painted everything. And you can do that and make this look very antique. You can add lace to make it antique. You can do whatever you want. It's yours. And I'm going to be doing a darker mixed media painting coming up. Like a darker one. Not necessarily a dark girl, just a dark canvas. I know a lot of you like that dark stuff like I do. And since I've been doing such nice things, such pretty things, a couple of people said, when are we going to do some dark art? So that'll be the next thing. All right, and you can see, and I can make this a little bit more, and we will put that out. Now, you want to go in now with just your brush? Add some, see, look. I didn't clean my brush good, but that's okay. Let's say you do that stupid thing that Kelly just did. Just go back in and blend it in. Because again, it's going to have 1 more coat of white on it because of the, we're going to add texture. Texture that you could probably do at home. So I think I'll add that in. And I can see like this one isn't as thick. And you can go in there and play with that a little bit if you want. It's no big deal. It all will pretend like the angle she's at, if that makes sense. But I do like the little boopies on the ends, the little feather things. So those make me happy. All right. So that's where we're at with her. And I just wanted to come on and do the wings. A lot of you are waiting for the wings. And that's all we're doing. At this point, what you can do is you can add glitter. While this is wet, you can add your glitter that you have, whatever color you want to use. You want to use a nice pink. You want to use a purple. You want to use a white just so it has some glitter. Do whatever you want. You can do this while it's wet. Let me think. I don't know if I have my glitter sitting here, but I will look. Where's all my glitter? Oh, I'm so itchy today. We're just going to sprinkle some glitter. I know a lot of you have the Tim Holtz, what's it called? It's right here. What are you called? Stickles. A lot of you have stickles. You can definitely put that on here and brush it out. A lot of you have just plain old glitter. So I'm just going to take some, this is a pastel glitter thing, but I'm just going to use the color right here, and I'm going to sprinkle there. Oh dear. Yep, we're sprinkling. Well, it's still wet. And again, if you don't want to do this yet, wait and we'll do the texture paste. I'll do the texture paste over this. It's no big deal. And I'm just going to kind of push it into the paint and move it around. Some of you do not like glitter. And if you don't like glitter, don't use it. It doesn't matter. Like I said, then you can use the texture part that we'll do, and you'll love that. All right, and we're just adding. Now, that's enjoyable. I'll be wearing that all day. Trust me. It'll be everywhere. It'll be up my nose. I'll be walking around. I'll be sparkly, but hey, who cares? If you want to save the glitter that you just used, all you have to do, take a piece of paper, take a piece of printer paper, scrap paper, whatever you want, and just give it a, like this, right? A little blow, because who doesn't like a little blow? And lay that there. And then you take this, you'll fold it like this and pour it back in your thing. I, on the other hand, I'm putting it right in the garbage because I got myself all put here. Okay, so there we go. And there is our wing so far. Look how pretty. She is very fancy. She's going to be really pretty. I think next we'll work on her face or her hair. I don't know. Because we're almost done. We're going to finish the wings, and then we're going to finish her hair and her face, and then we're going to finish pulling all this back out. The next video might be a little longer of a video. Because it'll be things that you guys can, do you know what I mean, do at the same time rather than waiting for things dry. I need that to dry a little bit. And then if you want to do this, but you don't want to put more white paint over it, seal it with your white school glue, Mod Podge, gel medium, whatever you have, and just paint over it to seal it down. And you'll be good to go. But that's it so far for her. I'm loving how she's coming out. I really am. So here's our, what the heck is that? All right. Every time I'm on the camera, my husband. All right. Okay. So we got that. And what color is my, I'll use white. So I'm just going to put a little white here. No big deal. And then we're going to take, hopefully, a clean brush because my track record isn't real good. And I'm going to take some white, just like this. Now, this is still a little wet, so it's going to blend a minute. Let me see if I can dry it. Oh, it's like 90 degrees here today. I'm sweating already. They're out gallivanting on comic book day, and, or not comic book day, record day. Comic book day is in May, I think. They're having a blast. Want this kind of dry because it's not, it'll take me forever to dry it. Again, using watercolor paper, it takes longer to dry. I'll have to tell you, which I should pick some up when I go to the store again, but I love cardstock. I love it. I love painting on it. I love drawing on it. I love everything about it. I know it's not mixed media paper. I know it's not watercolor paper. I love watercolor paper. I love me some mixed media paper. However, you can get, AC Moore usually has the thick cardstock on sale for like, what, $2 and you get 50 sheets? Hello, even cheaper than that sometimes. So don't be afraid to use things like that. You don't have to follow people's rules. Okay? Think to yourself, what can I afford? And that's what you get, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's all about enjoying what you do and enjoying your drawing and getting better at your drawing. And like Dion Campbell is a friend of mine. She's in my group. She's on, she watches my YouTubes. I watch her YouTubes. She's drawn. Now she's making these big paintings and stuff to sell and whatnot. And it's like, wow. And I always tell her, don't get too caught up in yourself. Just do it, because she's so talented, and we all are talented, okay? Not everybody can cough at the same time and swallow like I can do. I'm just saying, it's a trick. All right. So real quick, now I'm going to go over with my white, and if I drag this, yeah, it's a little wet still, but if I drag this, you'll be able to see, and I'm not going to do it. See, it's not all the way dry, but you'll see what I mean. I think if I let anything dry. All right, so you see how we did this, and we have the white. Okay, put that in my thing. You can do one of two things now. Let me push this up here. Can you see the texture? Now you would cover yours all the way with white. Either do this and leave it dry, and then another one, but please let that base dry, because when it dries and you put it on like you do thick, it'll create bumps and bubbles and whatnot. And you want that to dry all the way, so when you put this on, you get the texture. But I don't let anything dry. Come on. Who are we talking about? But you see that texture? So then if you take your rag, or let's take some bubble wrap. Just take some bubble wrap or a paper towel or rag, go in, because you're also adding visual texture along with your texture. It's all going to be a trick of the eye. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And then you'll let that dry and go on with your next thing right there. I'm losing all my paint brushes. I think they all need washed. All right, let's try you. We'll take our white, and we're just going to go back in. Again, after it's dry, because those bubbles are going to come up underneath, and you're going to see them, and that's texture. This is texture. And again, use your rag or your bubble wrap very lightly. And it's better sometimes if you give it a minute to dry, because you'll peel some of that up. Anyway, you'll just continue to do that just a couple times, not as much as I'm doing, because it's really humid here. And but you can see you're getting that texture. Is it as easy as using modeling paste or whatever? No, it's not. But you can get really, really great texture, close to the same if you were using that. And if you don't have the money to go out and spend and get molding paste or what have you, then this is a great way to do it. You take an extra step. Who cares? I wish you guys can see the texture that I can see, but you can't. Anyway, that's how you do it, and then you'll get it to be what you want it to be. Okay, so I let everybody know that, I'll put the link down below as well. Blitzy is having the Crayolas. They have the Crayola Slick Sticks on sale, 12-pack and 6-pack, I believe. Really good prices. I'm going to put the Blitzy link down below. Just click it. Go check them out. They sell every arts and crafts, from if you like mixed media or drawing or markers or stamps or sewing or quilting or knitting or crocheting, jewelry making, everything on this site. Blitzy. I love Blitzy. I love Blitzy. I love Blitzy. I love Blitzy. So I'll put the link down below. Check it out to go try out the Blitzy, the Slick Sticks. Now, somebody posted, I can't remember her name, dear, posted in the group that she bought hers from Michaels. I know a lot of Michaels sell them. I know a lot of Michaels don't. So if it's at your Michaels, use your coupon and buy them, and you'll get them for a good price. If not, check out Blitzy. They have great, great prices, and I have never had an issue with them. I've been buying from them for years. And check them out and let me know when you get them and what you did with them. As always, I love all of you guys. Thank you so very much for all your love and support. You guys are just so inspiring, and I just love you guys so much. And leave me a comment down below of what kind of dark thing would you like us to do next. And I have some very exciting things coming up, but I can't talk about them yet. But they're coming, and I'm so excited. And I'm also going to be doing, and I'm very excited about this, and I hope that the person who requested this is watching this. If not, she will when I do it. But I'm going to do a polymer polymer clay cane with the autistic puzzle piece because somebody asked me to do it, and I'm going to be doing it probably this week, making the video on it, and I'm so excited because I love, you guys know I'm in stage 4 chronic kidney disease. I'm knocking at the door at dialysis. I have RA and fibro and many other things. So everybody has, mental health, all that kind of thing. Everybody has their color ribbons. So I'm very excited to make this autism piece. And I hope you guys will join along with me. So as always, be kind to each other. You never know about somebody else is fighting. And I love you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.